Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser's Express Lane, where we get you now as fast as possible. And just like that, there will be no 15-1 like the Vikings did back in the 90s. And then lost to the Falcons in the NFC Championship game. I still haven't gotten over that. I like watching Atlanta lose every year. Please. Anyways, that leaves us at best 14-2, like the Ravens. Can they do it? Probably. Will they have to? Probably. I'm sorry, but the Patriots are not going to go. Yeah, we'll settle for 13-3. No, they're going to try to be 14-2 and hope that the Ravens screw up, but I don't think the Ravens do. The 49ers were coming in hot until the Ravens cooled them off. In a close game with rain, passing became limited. This obviously benefited the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. And not just because Lamar Jackson can run the ball, but the running backs can run the ball. Imagine that. While for the 49ers, yeah, the running backs aren't the worst. But if it's not Jimmy G throwing the ball to George Kittle, their offense stalls every time. Which, oh, hey, the Ravens are number one against tight ends. Since, again, Jimmy G's favorite target is the tight end, George Kittle, I even told my friend, the Ravens will win, but it's going to be close. While others, like Pat McAfee, are like, oh, yeah, it's going to be 21-point difference and all that. Like, no, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's going to be close. And I was right. And at this point, they control their destiny in the number one seed. With one win and one loss by the Patriots, they went from second to first. They went out, they keep that first. Oh, speaking of teams that made the jump, Seahawks at number 2 make the leap to number 2 in the seeding. Playing amazing defense, Russell Wilson making sure people don't forget he's in the run for MVP, and Carson just gashing the run defense of the Vikings. The Vikings were, I think, third against the run going into this game. Not anymore. This game shouldn't have been that close. Thankfully, the Vikings aren't as bad as they were playing last night. And like I said, Seahawks are now number 2 seed, control the NFC West, and have one more matchup against the 49ers that could make them number 1, 2, or 5th in seeding. God, it's going to be crazy for them. But think about it. The Saints lose another game, and they went out, they're number 1. They went out, Saints went out, they're number 2. They lose to the 49ers, they immediately drop down to 5th. Possibly 6th. Oh, hey, number 1 seed in the NFC, number 3 of the Saints. Got their revenge against the Falcons. They also take number 1 seed. They went out, they get home field advantage without the playoffs. Can they do that? On paper, yes. In reality, as I say, any given Sunday. I mean, that loss against the Falcons a couple weeks ago should not have happened. On paper, they should have destroyed the Falcons. And yet they didn't. And so, like I said, on paper, yes, they should be able to win out. But in reality, any given Sunday. For number 4, it's a tough call between two teams, but I'm going to go with the Patriots. This is the lowest they've been all year. Plus, how is it that 2 losses is the end of the world for them, while other teams going down to 7 is a great season? Half the league would be like, yes, we had a winning record. Oh, thank you. We finished 9-7. We didn't finish with a losing record. Thank the gods. And for the Patriots, we got 2 losses. What the beep is wrong? Well, it's because they're just that damn good, and they shouldn't have lost any of those games. All right, maybe the Ravens one I can see because holy shit, the Ravens are on fire, but they should not have lost against the Texans. And with that loss, they lose the number 1 seed, and now at risk, well, no, they'll be second at worst. I know the Bills are right behind them, but they'll be second at worst. Unless they crap out and lose every game the rest of the way, they stay number 2 in the seeding. Oh, speaking of number 2s, Jimmy G, what were you doing? Yes, the rain made passing harder, but seriously, you couldn't have thrown the ball to a wide open George Kittle if he had been using glue on his gloves, for crying out loud. Losing the number 1 seed and falling to 5th is not good. But they're still 10-2 and have another matchup against the Seahawks to turn their seeding around. Another team that can be 1, 2, 5th, maybe possibly 6, depending on how things go, any given Sunday. Number 6, if they had a harder schedule, I'd lower them, but it's going to have to be the Packers. They have the second easiest schedule left with the Redskins, Lions, and Bears. And then the only team with a winning record they had to face is the Vikings. We all saw how the refs called that game last time. 6 blown calls. Easy schedule, 3 easy wins. Unless a miracle happens, no chance for a first or second seed. They'd have to have Seahawks, 49ers, and Saints all lose a couple games while they win out. And I don't think that's going to happen, but they're still in it for the seeding. I see them finishing third, just because, A, they have 3 easy wins, plus the refs giving them a 4th win. So they can definitely win out, finish and getting the 3rd seed, which means they get to host at least one playoff game. And actually, at that point, Game 17, they'd be like, dude, we can't finish any better than 3rd. We can't finish any lower than 3rd. Put Aaron Rodgers out there for a drive and then benches after the rest of the game. Give him some extra rest time. Now for number 7. I've been dealing with seeds the entire list, so let's go with the Bills. They have planted the seed for 5th seed, and actually, technically they have a shot at topping the Patriots. Will they? No. They got games against the Jets and the Steelers, and those should be wins. But they also have the Ravens and the Patriots again. They can and will most likely go 11-5 and be the 5th seed, while the Texans, Titans, or Colts go 9-7 or 10-6 and be the 4th seed. But hey, that's the NFL for you. I mean, remember, they used to send 7-9 teams to the playoffs. Number 8, tough one here. You got the 8-4, the 8-4, the 8-4 Chiefs. Most likely to win out, most likely to have a chance to take and keep the 3rd seed. Is it an easy path? No, but can they do it? Most likely. God. Freaking Chiefs. Anyways, number 9, Vikings. 5th seed, here they come. Maybe. Someone will lose between the Seahawks and 49ers. And they both those teams also have the Rams to play against, who, while not playing the best, are still capable. And division games are always played harder. Look at the Falcons versus the Saints a couple weeks ago. That was going to be a blowout. But it's a division game, division rivalry, and for some reason teams always play harder in those games. So yes, having to face each other at least whatever, and then having to face the Rams each. You could very well see, I want to say, who's better overall? I want to Seahawks better overall. So you can see the 49ers losing to the Seahawks again, and maybe even possibly losing to the Rams. And while the Vikings, if they have the chance to win out, still remain 5th. Terrible. Anyways, number 10. The AFC South teams go here. I'm sorry, NFC East is just trash. Losing to the Dolphins. Oh, hey. Both. I mean, yeah, the Eagles just lost this week, but didn't the Cowboys also lose to the Dolphins? Or was that the Jets they lost to? Either way, they both lost to shit-tacular teams, so yeah, NFC East doesn't go in the power rankings. At least not in the top 12. So we gotta go to the AFC South. Texans had the seeding for now, but next week they'll lose to a high school team after beating the Patriots this week. Just like the Colts will defeat the 84 Bears next week, even though they can't beat the Dolphins. Well, the Titans are sneakily moving their way up the board. No, for the sake of the power rankings, we'll go 10 Texans, 11 Titans, 12 Colts. Sorry, NFC East, but you have nothing to show. You're going to be sending a playoff team in at 8-8, if you're lucky. So, really not much more to talk about, except I want to say the Steelers came this close to making the power rankings top 12. I just can't trust the Duck yet. What do you guys think? Is the Duck ready to lead the Steelers to the playoffs? Could this be the end of Big Ben? Would he be traded or retire? He has been around for a bit, and with injuries piling up... Who retires first? Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, or Tom Brady? Tell me down below. What do you guys think? If it's me, I'm saying Rivers, Ben, then Brady. Even though Brady's been around forever. But yeah, I can definitely see Phillip Rivers retiring first, especially after this year. The Chargers they're not going anywhere. Ever. They had LaDainian Thompson, Phillip Rivers, and they still can't win. This is a team that should have had at least a Super Bowl win. Not just appearance, but a win. And Tom Brady has more losses in the Super Bowl than they have wins with Philip Rivers. Just saying. Actually, don't quote me on that because I think they're actually tied, but still. Just terrible. Can you imagine being a good quarterback like Philip Rivers and just never going anywhere? Hey, Barry Sanders, how does it feel to be an amazing, one of the greatest of all time running backs and going nowhere because you're on the wrong team? Hey, Calvin Johnson, how does it feel to be one of the greatest wide receivers of all time and going nowhere because you're on the wrong team? Just saying. It's happened before and it'll happen in the future. But again, what do you guys think? Should a team be moved up? Team moved down? Should I actually put the Steelers at 12 or maybe even 11? Let me know. Because as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.